Is that good? See, usually I would think this time of the year you'd be a little bit slower. In between seasons and stuff like that. Summer's over. Nobody's using the pools that much, and
You know, it's funny. Summer actually we slow down. From the viewpoint, it all depends on who you're talking to. In our department, because during the summer, our focus is usually summer camp.
Yeah, and the beaches.
And the beaches. So a little less programming going on. As we start moving into season, into the fall, cooler weather, a lot more activities coming on. So it's just gearing up. This month we've got a few things coming up. Tringali's got the turkey shoot. We've got I actually downloaded a bunch of things on the phone, but won't let me open them all. That's how many things we got going on. You just had a guest on about the walk and run out of Charlotte Sports Park.
Tippy Canoe Run.
The Tippy Canoe Run is coming up, which is we've already got 125 people signed up for it. Anticipating probably another 25 going to show up day of race, and people keep registering. So it's going to be amazing.
Wait a minute, you get some. Tom and I were reading this one day. You weren't here, but we were reading this about you go out for a nice little run in the morning, and you got a teeter walk, a muddy tires, you got the spider web to climb, the hurdler, the sand run, the hay bale wall, the cargo dome, and the culvert crawl.
Right.
That's not something I want to do.
Why not?
I had to do that in the military.
Well, the civilians like it because it gives them something different to do. Mud runs have become an extremely popular sport, and this is our take on a mud run. So you've
got coming up a week from Saturday.
Yep, a week from Saturday. You've got a 5K, a 10K, and then there's going to be a kids 1 mile walk run. So.
And 1 mile for adults too.
Well, for some of us, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Jackie, you're here, and you've got a lot of things going on with the history. I mean, congratulations on the opening with the Butcher, and that's going to be there through January 24th?
Yes, January 26th.
6th, okay.
6th.
And that's the Clyde Butcher Pictures of Florida.
Yeah.
And I've heard there's a couple down there that are really fascinating.
Oh, God, you can get lost in them. They're so beautiful. And there's some, if you come, there's one photo he told us a really cool story about that I can share with somebody who visits. It has to deal with an alligator. But as everybody knows, Clyde, uses a different kind of older type style of developing his photographs, and you can see it. You can feel
the old style, the Ansel Adams way, and everything else. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of neat. Yeah. And speaking of alligator, the folks from Animal Planet were out the Navigator on Tuesday night, and it looks like there's going to be a show about the Navigator, and some of the locals were telling stories and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
And we scheduled it when Captain Kirk wasn't there, so it was pretty good. But and then what's this Harry Potter thing?
Oh yeah, well the Harry Potter books are probably the most popular children's books ever written, and we tried last year a small camp, a day camp, that was so successful that in popular demand. We spoke with AWFUL, which is the American Federation of Wizarding Underage Learning, in order to get them to allow us to do a Harry Potter winter training camp. And at this camp, it's 2 days long. The kids get to learn how to make wands. They get to learn the different spells. And they get to learn how to use native plants to be like for herbology. And actually, all these things are based in real life kinds of experiences, science, math.
Can they work on spells to help him? Oh,
are you pointing at me again?
I may have, Tom. Yeah, How many kids last year partook? Do you remember?
We had for that day camp, which lasted only 4 hours, 48 children. And if anybody's been to the center, they know 48 kids in there is a lot. So this year we're kind of limiting that amount, but they're getting a longer period of time for 2 days so that they can come in. And like I said, when I say spells, we're talking about medicine, we're talking about science, experiments. They're not really spells. So,
Okay, yeah, things that are going to help.
Yes.
Yes. So parents, they're thinking, I heard stories about the the walk down the cemetery for Halloween. Worked out pretty good, didn't it?
Over 200 people came. In 3 hours, we toured over 200 people through Indian Springs Cemetery. Our feedback is awesome on it. And for us, it was to promote the history of Charlotte County, and people loved it because we entertained them and educated them at the same time. So it was great. I'm still tired from it, though.
That's yeah, some of our employees here helped you out there, and they said it was just fascinating. Some of the questions and some, what people were talking about as they went through.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the Gilchrist Bridge came from, and stuff like that,
Right.
And it's to find out about Charlotte County. The history's kind of neat. I mean, we're celebrating our 125th anniversary as a city coming up. Next year, it's the 500th anniversary of Ponce de Leon coming on board. With Charlie interviewed him, when they got to shore. Charlie was there to interview him. So it was all very, very good. Right now, it's that time. Tommy has our traffic and our weather report. So, Tommy, take it away. Are we getting snow today?